It was a rainy weekday evening. The 25-year-old girl had just left the office after a long day, so tired that she didn't want to go home. Everything had been passing by in a fog lately. Work was uninspiring. Friends were drifting apart. A romantic relationship had quietly broken up without any explanation. She felt like she was walking forever in a noisy city without knowing where she was going. She didn't cry, but her heart was heavy as a stone. Just like that, she walked through each street, letting the rain wet her hair, letting her thoughts wet her heart, until accidentally, she stopped in front of a small coffee shop nestled between two old buildings. There was no lighted sign, only a yellow light flickering from inside and the sound of jazz music quietly sighing. She pushed the door open and entered. There was not a single customer. The shop was as quiet as her mood at that moment. She pushed the door open and entered. There was not a single customer. The shop was as quiet as her mood at that moment. The owner was an old man, his hair almost completely white, wiping a transparent glass cup. He looked up at her, smiling slightly as if he had been waiting for someone to come for a long time. She chose a seat near the window. It was still raining outside, but inside the shop it was strangely peaceful. The old man brought her a cup of hot tea without asking what she wanted, but she didn't object. At that moment, all she needed was a place to sit and breathe. After a long while, the old man spoke, softly as if telling an old story. Do you know why people often feel most lost at the age of 25? Because that is the age when you start to truly live for yourself. No longer living to please anyone. No longer easily believing in empty words of encouragement. Everything begins to be, and also very difficult. She looked at him surprised, as if he had just spoken for her feelings that she had never dared to say. In the past, I was like you. I also thought that this city was too big, and I was too small to exist. But then I realized, not every light has a name. There is a very quiet light, not as bright as the sun, not as sparkling as a street light, but enough to illuminate a corner of my heart. That is faith. No need for anyone to see it, as long as you still hold on to it. She was silent. That sentence, like a drop of warm water, touched the driest place in her heart. She sat there for a long time, looking at the dim lights and the old brick walls of the cafe. For the first time in months, she was not in a hurry, not trying to be strong. She just sat there, quietly letting her heart drift and touching something she had accidentally forgotten herself. When she left the shop, the rain had stopped. The city was still noisy, but her heart was a little calmer. The street lights were still yellow, but in her heart, there was a very small, nameless light, gradually lighting up. A light that no one could see, but enough to guide her back. She walked slowly on the old road, her wet shoes making a soft sound every time they touched the sidewalk. But she didn't care anymore. The cold rain from earlier seemed to have been replaced by a warm layer of mist covering her mind. For the first time after a long series of days spinning around in the city, she realized she had lived too long without asking herself what she really needed. She was busy pleasing her boss, maintaining social relationships, racing towards goals that everyone said she should have at this age. But deep inside, she felt empty. Her steps slowed down. The old shop owner's words still echoed in her head. Faith, no one needs to see it. As long as you keep it. That's right. For a long time, she had lost faith in herself. She always thought she was not good enough, not special enough, not strong enough like others. But it turned out the only thing she needed was not to prove anything, but to sit down and allow herself to be a little weak, to start over. On the journey to adulthood, everyone will fall at some point. Resilience is not about never falling, but about being able to gently pick yourself up, wipe away your tears, and move forward, even if it's just a small step. She smiled slightly, not necessarily because she had found a direction, but because she had found a part of herself, the part that had been lost in the noise, deadlines, and worries about food and clothing. That nameless light was still inside her. As long as she still believes in herself, no matter how vast the city is, no matter how bleak the future is, she can still keep going. Slowly but steadily. And she knows in the long nights to come, if she ever feels tired again, she will remember that small coffee shop with yellow lights and the warm voice of a stranger who has lit up a simple thing for her. Faith.